Hey guys, it's me, Ego here. Hi. Hello. Today I'm gonna take some time to do my makeup with the products that Haley and I've reviewed this month. I'll be using the products that I took a liking to as I was reviewing them. So first I'll start with the skincare. For the skincare products, I've brought the Delight by Blanc Douce Oligohyaluronic Acid 5000 Toner and Holicolica's Good Sera Super Ceramide Cream, which I had reviewed this month. Delight by Blanc Douce Oligohyaluronic Acid 5000 Toner has a watery formulation with a light application and finish that I really liked. While I also like Tony Moly's Wonder Ceramide Mochi Toner Pad, since my skin is not the extremely dry type, Delight by Blanc Douce product is moderately moist and suited me well. Even when applying it once more after having already wiping it along my skin texture once, it doesn't feel heavy at all and just left my skin feeling moist. If you want sufficient moisture from a toner, I recommend applying it on in multiple layers after you wipe your skin with it once or use it as a toner pack before moving on to the next skincare product. After tidying up the texture of my skin with the toner, I'll lightly moisturize my skin and move on to apply a cream. When I first tried using Holicolica's Good Sera Super Ceramide Cream, I'd expected that it would feel stuffy and heavy, but I took a really liking to it because of how light and moist it was. Having oily, dehydrated skin, the cream didn't feel stuffy for me, and I found it sufficiently light and moist for my skin. It does get stuffy over time when I apply on too much, so I would only apply it in small amounts. And since my cheeks feel a bit drier compared to other areas, I would normally apply on one more layer. I think this would be best for people with dry skin to apply small amounts in layers than to put on a lot at once like me. Like this, I'm done with my quick and simple skincare routine, and now I'll move on to my base makeup. Haley San reviewed base products from 2 brands this month, and among them is a product from Hints. Since I've been curious about their products myself, I tried using the one from Hints. I went with the one for number 24 shade. I was really taken back with how light and moist this foundation was when I first tried it. It feels like I'm applying on a lotion, and I can feel how it sticks tightly to my skin. The foundation also seems to have a slightly semi-matte finish. I used the brush that came with the Hints foundation set to apply it on. The combination with the brush seemed to be better than I expected, but it didn't seem to provide any coverage. I think this is probably a foundation that's just for creating beautiful and clean looking skin. I usually use the shade number 23, but the number 24 from Hints is said to be okay as well. I used the brush to apply this foundation, but when I tried it with my fingers before, I thought they would get cakey if I were a bit heavy-handed with my skincare. So if you're gonna use this foundation, it'd be good to keep this point in mind when using it. Like this, after my base makeup, I'll now move on to the eye makeup. For my eyes, I used Laka's New Level eyeshadow palette, which was reviewed by Haley San. Of the 3 palettes in total, I used number 3 Outlook. I chose this palette because I tend to use brown colors most often. I really like its composition of variable base, point, and glitter colors. And the design is quite trendy and pretty. First, as a base, I applied 7th color Ginger onto my eyelids and on the entire underline. Next, I applied the slightly darker number 6 Deep Beige on the eyelids and underline to give some shade. Next, I applied number 5 Warm Brown from the corners of the eyes to add depth, and then applied a thin layer all over the underline. Then I lightly swept number 2 Ash Orange over my eyelids. After doing my eyeliner and mascara, I used a thin brush to apply number 8 Shine Nude to the front of the eyes. And next I drew the eyebrow with the darkest color number 5 Warm Brown to complete my eye makeup. And I also used number 7 and number 6 to give some shading on the side of my nose. And then I give some highlighter with number 8. Like this, after having done my eye makeup with the eyeshadows and apply my eyeliner, mascara, eyebrows, shading, and highlighter, I'll apply on a blush. I didn't review the blush products this month, but I used this product as a blusher since I thought it would be also good as a blusher. I used Moss's Air Matte Rouge lipstick. Although it's a matte lipstick, it has a moist application and good adhesion, so I thought it would look pretty as a blush as well. There are a total of 8 colors that all seem to feel natural when applied lightly, so I think you can easily choose and use the color you want. I applied a bit of the lipstick on my ring finger, then I started applying it to my cheekbones first. I extended the range of the blush by tapping it out. I applied it as if it was going outwards to the temple area. Now as for my lips, I used a Muses Dew Tint. I used 2 colors of Muses Dew Tint, number 6 and number 12. I first applied a very thin layer of number 6 as my base by making it look as if it was smeared in and overlip. And then applied number 12 only on the inside of the lips to make them look plump and pretty. And there you have it! My series of the month makeup is done using the products we've reviewed this month. We'll be releasing a series of the month video every month with the release of our new content. Since this is the first video of this series, I went ahead by using the products that Haley, Sam, and I reviewed this month. With the start of the new year, we also started this kind of fun content for the first time. I wonder what kind of content we'll be seeing in the series of the month released next month. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!